Hello there, and welcome to my channel. Today I watched the film A Million Miles Away, and now I want to tell you about it. A Million Miles Away is about the astronaut Jose Hernandez and is based on the biography written by him. It was adapted into a screenplay by Bettina Gilroy, Hernan Jimenez, and Alejandra Marquez Abella, who also directed the film. It stars Michael Pena as Jose and Rosa Salazar as his wife Adela. The story starts with his childhood and runs through all of the major events in his life up until his trip into space. The events of his personal life are dramatized, but Jose is a real person and he really is an astronaut. The film focuses on his personal life and the struggles he and his family endured while he attempted to achieve his goal. It shows us a few of the sacrifices they had to make and a few of the hardships they had to go through. The story takes us through by jumping between major events and filling the transitions with montages. There are little title cards with the date and an explanation of where we are, and then we jump into the next section of his life. We spend a lot of time with Jose and his wife Adela, and we get to know them and their goals fairly well. Both of them are likable, hardworking people, and the film does everything it can to make them into sympathetic characters. It has nice themes at the center of it and messages of hope. That said, I also found the writing to be incredibly preachy and overdramatic. It has one flavor to offer you, and it gets old quickly. By the halfway point in the movie, I was tired of repeating the same cycle on a loop and just wanted it to end. The cast does a good job of their roles across the board. There are a lot of characters, so most of them end up being extras, with most of the screen time going to Pena and Salazar. The two of them do a fantastic job, and their romance ends up carrying most of the emotional weight of the film. Michael Pena plays Jose Hernandez. He's a laid-back, soft-spoken guy who loves science and wants to be an astronaut. He puts up with all kinds of mistreatment from other people and bears it with a grin. Throughout the film, Pena portrays his internal struggle with failing to achieve his goal and does a great job of making you feel the weight of it. Rosa Salazar plays his wife Adela. She is working at a car dealership when she meets him and has a strict family. After the two get married, she becomes his rock, taking care of his family and household while he is off working. She gives up her own dreams for him and supports him through all of his emotional crisis. Salazar gets to do a lot of emotional work in the film and kills it. Outside of the two of them, Michael Soto, Julio Cesar Cedillo, and Michelle Krusiek all appear for smaller roles but do a wonderful job. Visually, the film follows a simple and easy journey. It takes us through his life in small doses and then shows a montage between each. The sets and costumes do a good job of recreating the world he lived in and capturing the emotions of his story, but there isn't anything all that interesting here to see. The most interesting shot, in my opinion, comes early on in the film. It was of a young Jose watching the television. There's a rocket launch happening on the screen and we see it reflected in his eye. Felt like they were showing how it had captured his attention in a big way. Outside of that, there weren't any standout visuals, just well done scenes. Sound-wise, the film is filled with both original songs and background instrumentals. Both have a Spanish vibe to them, and both do a good job of creating an interesting atmosphere. There are catchy pop tunes that are fun to listen to, and they try to build out the emotions of the story using the soundtrack. That said, it doesn't do much beyond creating atmosphere, and none of it has a major impact on the film. Overall, I found this film to be a difficult film to finish. It is well produced in that the camera doesn't shake, the shots are well planned out, and the set and costume work is well done. There's nothing else there to see though. No action, cool visuals, or beautiful landscapes. There's music, and some of it is even catchy and creates a good atmosphere, but it never hypes up the story well. The acting is solid across the board, and Pena and Salazar have a lot of chemistry together, but the story is overly preachy and monotonous. If you really want to learn about this guy's story, it's probably faster to read his wiki page. As for a rating, I'd give this film a 5 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Bye-bye!